Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial by Team Slidesco. This is part 5 of the SQL Server Global Trading Company data analysis. Focus in this part is geographic and delivery insights. So things like average delivery time by country in a map chart, city-wise sales information, delayed orders like shipped after the required date, how many orders were shipped after required date. So we will create some calculated columns here for delayed orders count, delayed order status, delivery time. These type of columns will be created to find out this information. You can create these simple KPIs also, like delayed order count, on time order count, count of total number of orders. Then we have another question, country wise sales and shipping cost, which we are showing in a line and clustered column chart. Which shipper handles most orders? So we have 3 shippers and we are seeing which of them handles most number of orders. And this is shipping charges percentage by country. Question for this is given here, like we have to find shipping cost percentage of sales. So this is also we are going to see and how to apply these conditional icons here. So everything that you see here will be discussed in this part. So let's get started with it. So to continue with part 5, we will simply duplicate this, and in part 5 we will put our heading. Part 5 is geographic and delivery insights analysis. So we have already done 4 parts. So you should go and watch them. So this is SQL Server Global Trading Company data where 8 tables are there. And here we will analyze geographic and delivery insights, and this will be part 5 of 5. So in this project we will keep this much. So let's make it 28, and we can select a different font color also. So this will be our heading. Now after creating our heading, I think we should keep around 24. That will be good. We can align it to center. Now let's try questions one by one. Remember, in this project we connected a SQL Server database. In that SQL Server database we had 8 tables which we created, and we created the relationships according to the SQL ER diagram, and this relationship was done. This was all done in part 1. So these 8 tables have our data. Main table is order details table where we have the sales information, and another table which is very important for company is customers table where we have various demographic details of these customers. So in this part, first question is about delivery time, and this will need a calculated column, and we have to visualize average delivery time by country. So here if you will see in the data set in orders table, because first information of orders is stored here, information like required date, ship date, order date, and then whatever products were ordered in that particular order are saved here. So if you go in orders table, you have these columns, required date and ship date, and if we get a calculated column required date minus order date, then we will get the time. But when we are doing this, we have to find out whether it was days, whether it was minutes, hours, whatever we have to find. So we will right click here, create a new column, and in we will say delivery time, and we will use a function called date difference. In date difference you write your first date, then your second date, and then you see you can write interval like day, year, month, etc. So our first date is, let's say, required date. Second date is our shipped date, like on this date it was shipped. So here in the data set it is given that required date minus order date should be average time, because it is not given when delivered date is not given. So you can do that. So if delivery date was given, we could have easily found that. So we are just doing it for understanding. So we are just finding out the difference, and then we will find the difference in day. This is how you will write. And if you will write delivery time, you will see it is coming as negative, because you have to write the earlier date first in this sequence. So because I was going with required date, now this will be all positive values. So you can see delivery time, and they are now asking what is average delivery time by country. First of all, as KPI we can keep average delivery time. So from here we have the delivery time, and we can add it here, and we can simply put average. So on an average they receive orders in 28 days. Here we created a simple table in the first example. So what we can do right now is we can take ship country as one column. So you can see all the countries are there, and we can take the delivery time as second. And here actually it is showing sum of delivery time, which we have to take as average, and then we can arrange it like this. So for Belgium average delivery time is highest, and for Poland it is lowest. We can also change it, because there are so many countries, so we can keep a field map. In this field map here we have to keep the average delivery time. So now you can see all those countries will be filled like this, and we can actually go to fill color, where we can write FX. In rules we can select gradient, and here from orders we will select the average time. So we will select delivery time and we will select its average. If it is a very low value, like which is the lowest value, it will be shown with red color. We can also show with a dark red color. If it is a high value, it will be shown with this purple color, or let's say with green color, whatever you want to show. So you can see here low values are being shown like this, and actually in this case it will be reverse. So low values are good, and high values are, like we show with red color, showing not good or negative. So now you can see that. So this is our first question's answer, which is average delivery time by country. To visualize this we have many other options, so but we are going with this option. You can also use a bar chart, you can use a pie chart, there are many options. You can, or you can just keep a table chart. So this will be average delivery time by country, and you can see what we can find here, and actual average time is 27.95. For next question we have to answer delayed orders, like which orders are delayed. So we have to create a column to flag late shipments shipped after the required date. So here you can see we have a shipped date and we have a required date. So some orders will be shipped after required date, so we have to find them. So for this we will create a flagged column. So this new column will be called as order status or delay status, whatever you want to call it. So let's call it delay status. if shipped date, so we are writing if function here. If order shipped date is greater than order required date, we will say it is delayed, otherwise we will say on time. So you can see most of these orders are on time, but some of them are delayed as well. So we can actually show these kind of orders on a graph also. So here we have a chart. So first of all, because here different kind of visualizations will be needed, so let's just use it like this. And in these kind of charts we can easily show, a distribution of something, distribution of a categorical column. So we have the delay status, and on the basis of delay status how many orders are there. So in orders table we have order ID. If we do count of order ID, so now you can see 97% of the orders were on time. That is good. So this is delayed orders. If you actually have to find how many orders were delayed, you can answer the question like this also, or you can just create a calculated column, or you can create a measure to find out, count of rows where delay status is delayed. So we will just change, and I will show you how to do that as well. So here we will write delayed order shipped after required date. So now after we have calculated this delayed status, we can create a new measure and we can call it delayed orders count. This is just for your reference. So we can do calculate, and then in calculate we can say count rows of orders table, like in how many orders. Then we will write a filter that the delay status column equals delayed, simply. So this will give us in how many orders it was a delayed order. And if you actually want to write it as a KPI, I'm just showing it, so we can also write it here. So this will be count of delayed orders, which is 8. And similarly you can also find out on time orders. Now for on time orders you just can write on time. So we will just go to modeling, create a new measure, and here we will write on time orders, and you just have to write how it is written here, on dash time. Calculate function offers a very important function, like this is a very important function, very useful function, where you can write your first expression and second you can write your filter. You can actually write other filters also. So this will be like that. So here we can create another KPI like visual here, and this will be on time orders. And similarly you can create another KPI for total number of orders. So first let me fix this if it is needed. For on time orders we have to create another copy of it, or we can use this KPI also. On time or total number of orders we actually have to find. Total number of orders are very easy. You just have to count total orders. So value will be count of order ID here, but I don't have to use trend access, so I can just write it like this. So this will be count of order ID, or we can simply rename it for this visual as count of orders. So now we have total number of orders, on time how many orders were there, and delayed count is also there. Next they are asking country wise sales and shipping cost. So we have to use a map visual for sales and bar chart for freight costs. So country wise sales and country wise shipping cost. How to find this? If you see here, we have a ship city and ship country, and sales information is actually given in the order details table, this sales information. So country wise sales will be very easy, so we can reduce its width, and I will just copy so that we don't have to style everything again. And here, like we have done average delivery time by country, we can show the map in a similar way. When you have to show map, the important thing you have to remember is in these type of map charts, you have to keep your number in tooltips, and then you have to change the color gradient as we did, like minimum values with some color, maximum values with some other color. So if question is specifically asking for a map chart, you can do that. Otherwise, I will show you how to create it using simple bar chart. This we will use a clustered bar chart where we will use ship country. Now it is showing count of orders by country. So from USA we have maximum number of orders, but actually they are asking sales value. So we will expand the order details table, and from here we will add sales value. And we can see sales value is also higher in case of USA. If you actually have to show this sales value, so you can enable data labels here. Because of width or because of available area, in some cases it will show it in inside end, otherwise it will show in the outside end. So you can say, you can see the position here. So you can say show all of them the outside end so that it looks better. Here you can change its color also. So we will choose something that is available. So this is part 1. This is country wise sales. So we will simply answer it here, country wise sales. And if we have to show country wise shipping cost also, so we can also show it in the similar way, but we will use some other chart here. So we can also use a stacked column chart, and in a stacked column chart we can again write ship country. Actually we can answer both of these questions on a same chart also. For example, we can use a line and clustered column chart. In line and clustered column chart, on x-axis we can keep the country name. So from here we will use ship country. On column y-axis we can bring total sales, and on line y-axis we can bring total freight charge. So freight charge is basically the shipping cost. We can bring it on the line chart. Now you will see how sum of freight varies across different countries. So this way we can show these values. We can reverse it also. Like we can show sum of freight as column, and we can show total sales as this value, and it both of them will have different axes. For some reason they are considering freight charge in a different currency, so we can go freight charge and it is being shown in rupee. So we will select this because we have selected all other monetary values like this. So this is also one way to answer the question in a same way. So we can say this is country wise sales and shipping cost. So since we have already answered that, we can probably use shipping city here just to see. So you can see for this particular city, sum of sales is highest. Next, they are asking a question, which shipper handles most orders? So, and they are asking for a donut or pie chart with count of orders by shipper name. So in our tables, we have column for shippers, we have a table for shippers, and we have three shippers: Speedy Express, United Package, and Federal Shipping. We have to find out which of them have handled most number of orders. So we will first change it to a pie chart, and all these charts were created in the first part, so styling and everything will be automatically copied. So you can see here, so here, and we will rename it as part 5 first of all. So this is geographic and delivery insights. Here we will add, instead of region, from from shippers table, we will have their company name, and it is showing total quantity sold. This is total number of products, but from here we will bring total number of distinct orders. So here we have order ID, and which shows that United Package have handled most number of orders. In charts like this, we can also change position of legend. So I will show it in bottom center, so that we have the names and we have the values properly. Because we have a space, we can do one more thing in detail labels. We can show data value and percentage of total, or category also. So we can see the numbers also. And in that case, we can disable the legend. So United Package handled 117 orders, Speedy Express 78, and least were handled by Federal Shipping. Next, they are asking what is the shipping cost percentage of sales. So we have a value for total sales. So they are asking what is the shipping percentage. So for this, we have to create a measure. And for you guys, the hint is already written. So we will go to, obviously it's a measure, so we can create then any table. So we are creating in order details. Shipping percentage, we just want to know of total sales value, what is the freight value. So for this, what is the percentage of freight value. So here the sales column is given as a column, obviously. So here we will write sum of order details sales. Let's try that. And yeah, so when we are dividing, to avoid divide by 0, we can write like this also. So this will create shipping percentage, and obviously we can show the exact value like this. So we have shipping percentage, so you can show it like this as well. We can go to measure tools and select our measure, mark it as a percentage. So you can see total is 4.72, like this is coming as the overall value. But we can, if we want, we can actually divide this value in different category of products also. So here what I am going to do, because a table chart is already set up there, so I will put category name here, like we have beverages, condiment, confections, dairy, etc. And then I will try to bring shipping percentage here. So you can see for different categories how it's coming, and that can give us wrong answer because the way we are calculating it. And because this is more of geographic importance, so we will keep it for different countries, because in orders table that's how it is being calculated. So if you see in orders table, rate charges are given per city or per country basis. So now you can see for Argentina, etc. And here we can see for Argentina this percentage is highest. I gave you some instructions about this in previous class also, that if we select this table, if we go to cell elements, we can enable icons here, and there is a basic rule. So in that rule we can make the rule on the basis of that ship percentage. In orders details table we have ship percentage. So here you can see if value is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to some number, then show it with what color. We can also show it on the basis of field value. So we can say ship percentage. So let me show you by this rule. Here the field will be ship percentage, and okay, shipping percentage, yeah. So if value is like this, now it is good. So rules values only, and if it is between 0 to 33% red color, 33 to 67% orange color, 67 to 100% green color. So you can see for Argentina and Denmark it is green. Actually shipping cost, it should be reverse. So it should be like this will be okay, and we have to show color like this, because if it is lower then it is good. So that's why we can keep it like this. So this way we can keep our answers, and that's how we can answer the fifth question. So there are a lot of ways of doing the same thing that you can do from your end. We have tried to answer them with these simple calculations. If you have any questions in your mind, you can ask them in the comment section. Any suggestions are also welcome. If you want to create a Power BI project, if you want to prepare for PL300 exam, so we have a separate section for those questions as well. A separate playlist is being um, uploaded every day or in every 2 days, so you can check them out as well. Thanks for watching this part. Have a nice day.